everybody. I am getting ready to do some New Year's nails. I'm not sure if this is going to be the only one. I may do a couple New Year's sets, but we're going to start with this one. So I have the overlay from the December sub box I've been waiting to use. I was specifically saving it for a New Year's mani because I just feel like these are kind of like reminiscent of a firework, sort of like an abstract, you know, and I just really like it. So we're going to be using that. And I pulled out a classic, Tokyo Lights. I don't know that I've ever done a full mani with Tokyo Lights. And, you know, this is like their, flagship shade or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, I decided this would be a good one to use under this. I wanted a lighter color because even though I absolutely loved this color that came in the sub box, I feel like it's too dark. And I could be wrong. It might show up fine under this, but I feel like it's too dark and it's going to not show as much under the overlay. I wanted a lighter color under it. So we're going to go with Tokyo Lights. I also thought about using this one. This is a Lillian Fox set that I have that's got like, it's just really like all different color glitter and it's kind of cool. But I don't know, I just, my eyes kept going back to this one. So we're going to use Tokyo Lights. All right. I hope everyone had a great Christmas with their families. I did. And I've been sitting here, more actually laying here all day because I was just exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. Christmas is kind of the bigger holiday for my family. You know, some families it's Thanksgiving. We tend to do a real big Christmas thing. So everybody comes over to my parents' house and we stay all day and eat lots, open presents, you know, all the good stuff. But I'm exhausted. I'm tired and I didn't even really do anything. My mom did most of it. I'm gonna just hang out and eat. But I'm still tired. All right. So I think, I don't know. I feel like I might need a double layer. We'll see. Let's put this on first. I mean, ugh. That's so pretty. Now, I don't know. Do I want a double layer or not? No. I think the single layer looks opaque enough without adding a second layer once it's on the nail. But as you can see, it's very, 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 very sheer when you're just holding it. So all right. What, baby? I have no idea.
I said 5.
Then it's 500.
No, it equals this.
Uh-huh, very funny. All right. Get my smoosher out here so that we can get this adhered well. I do have the ColorStreet nail strengthener on, and then the Orally Bonder, just, you know, just to make sure. Plus the Orly Bonder gives you a little smoothing action on the nails, so some of the bumps and stuff that I have on my nails get smoothed out a little bit with the Bonder being on there, because it's kind of like self-leveling and it just spreads out nice on the finger. And come on. Yeah, that's good enough. You know how much I hate the cleanup part. I wish I could just like cut them maybe before I put them on somehow and have them be just straight for my fingers so I didn't have to clean up, because I hate cleanup. All right. I really like this. This is pretty. I could just put this on and I think it would be a good New Year's Eve mani. Look at the sparkle in that baby. All right. Oh, why? I don't know why all this music on here always does that to me. It gets really loud all of a sudden. For those of you that may be new to ColorStreet, haven't used it before at all, it is a nail polish strip. It's made with real nail polish. It is 90% dry. I'm gonna say it is. I never remember that part, how much dry it is. But basically it's like, you know, it's partially dried and makes it so you can put the strip on and then it cures up after being out in the air. I have been using ColorStreet for a really long time. I already know what sizes are going to fit my fingers, right? But if you don't, you've never used it before, you're using it for the first time, you're going to take your strips and kind of size them, put them over your finger, see which one's going to work, okay? And then you'll take that strip off. Like I said, I already know which one's going to fit me, so I can just go to it. But and if you're new to using these, using a strip like this is your best bet. A glitter of some kind is much easier to apply. It's more forgiving of mistakes and things like that. It doesn't look as bad because it's just the glitter like hides things. It's very, very forgiving. So, and then when I put my strips on, I like to do the anchor method, which is just putting the strip back onto your paper backing and using that to help you hold it. I've done it that way for a long time. I always put it sideways like this. Some people will do it this way and put it at the end and then go and put it on. Doesn't matter. Just the most important thing is making sure that you're putting it back on the side you pulled it off of. If you put it on the opposite side, it will stay stuck to it and you won't be able to use it. So, little 101, there you go. All right, so we're gonna put this one on the ring finger. So you put it down close to the cuticle, but not on it. And then I always do like up the middle. I push it down and then I go to my sides and smooth those out. Again, if you've never worn ColorStreet before, don't judge how you're doing with it by what you just saw me do. I've been using it for a very long time, so I got better and better at it as I went. When I first started putting it on, I always got wrinkles and made a mess sometimes. Things just didn't work as easy then. But once you get used to using it, you'll get better at it. It will get easier. But you just have to keep working it. Watch videos. That was my initial thing. Is I was watching videos. I found Stacy and started watching her for tips and tricks on how to use these. And okay, sorry, the kiddo wanted some help with his Legos. So yeah, I started watching Stacy and found all different ways to do my nails, and then eventually decided I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to have a YouTube channel and, hey, Aiden, and help other people, you know, learn how to use them because I love them. I am a stylist, but not really. I'm not the stylist that goes out and sells a bunch of stuff to people. I am a stylist because I wanted to get a discount on stuff that I was buying anyways. So if you're interested, I always put the link to my ColorStreet page in the comments, not in the comments, in the description of every video. So if you're interested, you want to go buy some, you can go check that out. And if you don't, I don't care. It's fine. I have lots of followers who have another stylist, so they don't, you know, necessarily order from me, or they order from multiple people because they have lots of friends that sell it, you know. I'm not too worried about making money with this. If I make a sale, that's cool. That's great. I'm happy with it. But I'm not one of those people that can like be pushing other people and try and sell them on something, you know? I don't know. It just feels weird and unnatural to me. You know, if I'm out and someone sees my nails and they, oh my God, how did you do that? Your nails look beautiful. Of course, I'm going to tell them about it and say, hey, yeah, I sell these things. You know, if you're interested, go check out my site. But I'm not one that's going to like walk up to people and be like, oh my gosh, have you heard about this? Or message people. I can't stand that one. When people send you like constant Facebook messages and whatnot, trying to get you to do parties and all that. I just can't. It's annoying. So I don't do it. But, you know, lots of people do, and that's fine. That's their thing, you know? So, long story short, I'm a stylist, but I'm not going to try and sell you on this. If you like it and you want to buy it, I think you'll enjoy it. And if you don't. It's fine either way. So, there we go. So this is kind of going to be a basic mani, so that's why I thought maybe it would be a good idea to talk about some of the basics of using it for people who might be new to it. Obviously, for my longtime subscribers, you know what you're doing. But, all right, yeah. So, again, like I had said, glitters are much easier, much more forgiving. Start with the glitters. Then once you feel comfortable with those, you can always move on to your solids. And I think the hardest ones to apply are, it's kind of a tie between like the solids and the metallic ones. I don't know what it is about it, but solids tend to, I get wrinkles on the sides, so you have to be like really careful when you're applying the solids so you don't end up with wrinkles. And I have the same issue with the metallic ones. I feel like they do the same kind of thing. So I don't know if it's like, is it the consistency of that particular, because it is nail polish. It's not a sticker, it's nail polish. So the consistency of it is going to make a difference in how it applies, right? So, and glitter, of course, is going to deflect light, which is going to camouflage your bumps, lumps, whatever on your nails. The glitters will last longer. I personally never, almost never, wear a set for a week. But there are a lot of people that do, and you're going to get more wear out of a glitter than you will out of a solid or a metallic or a shine, not a shine, shimmer finish. They just last longer. So I always tell people, if they're new to doing this, start with glitters and then kind of work your way through. I have used so many different nail products in my life. I was, for a very long time, when I was like a teenager, early 20s, I did acrylics, went every 2 weeks and got my nails done and did, you know, acrylics or gels. Then I started doing the gel polishes, but still, again, you've got to go, you know, every week or two and pay someone to do your nails, right? Tried doing those gel polishes on my own, could never get it right. Oftentimes the like top would be dry, you know, I'd put it under the light, it would be dry on the top, but the under layers were not dry, and I would end up with it smudging, peeling, getting all sorts of lines in it, just like regular polish, right? So that was my other problem, is the regular, you know, liquid nail polish. Same thing. I would spend, oh Lord, I would spend sometimes like 2 hours doing my nails, 2-3 hours, easy. And then I would let it dry, and you'd think it was dry, and you go to bed, and never failed, I would wake up with the prints from my blankets and my sheets all over my nails. They were not dry enough. And it's just the most annoying thing to spend that much time doing something and you know, like really work hard to get it smooth and not all over your fingers and all of that, and then have it be ruined. So I had tried ColorStreet probably like 6 years ago, and I was like, no, it's just another, you know, nail polish thing that's not going to work. Because I had also used, oh, what was it called? Shoot. I want to say Jazzy something, but it's not. Is it Jamberry maybe? I can't remember the name of it, but there were another kind of polish strip. And they, you know, like their big thing was, oh, nail prep, nail prep, nail prep. You've got to prep your nails to make them last. It was Jamberry. I think that's what it is, Jamberry. And those were not made of polish. But anyways, their big thing was nail prep, right? You're supposed to, if you did really good nail prep, oh, these will last for weeks. That's bull. I used them for a long time. Not a long time because they weren't working, but you know, I gave it a chance. I gave it a really good chance. I tried it so many times, and again, would spend hour, 2 hours doing my nails to have it start peeling off the next day. So at least with those, they were dry. I was getting them dry and cured without getting, you know, like prints from my blankets and stuff. But they would literally start to peel off the next day. And I would just get so annoyed. And I'm like, okay, all right, we're going to do nail prep better. And it'll work this time. It never did. So I stopped using those. And I started using Kiss nails that you can buy, you know, in CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, wherever. You can buy their, you know, they're supposed to be press-on nails, but lots of people use them as glue on nails, and that's what I was doing. So I was gluing these nails on, changing them once a week, and my nails underneath just got progressively worse and thinner and breaking, and sometimes even like I would take off my nails and end up with like a hole in my natural nail to the, you know, through to the nail bed. So, I mean, my hands were just a mess. My nails were a mess. And I tried ColorStreet for a second time. It's been 3 or 4 years now I've been using it. And I was addicted the second time I tried it. I put them on. I got a set for free from a colleague of mine, had a Facebook party, and I won a free set. So the stylist that was running the party, she sent me my free set. It was one of the blue snowy sets. I can't remember. I feel like it was ice maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was one of the bluey, blue colored snowflake sets that they have. And it stayed on for a long time. It looked beautiful. You know, it had this beautiful pattern to it without me having to make the pattern or do the design in any way. Loved it. And, you know, the rest is history. Here I am. So, yeah, I've used a lot of different things. And if you watch my channel, whether you're new or you've been with me for a while, if you go back and look, you'll see all the videos of me trying other things with my ColorStreet. I've tried a lot of stuff this last year with the ColorStreet, and I still end up coming back to that ColorStreet is the best by itself on my natural nail. So I'm back to trying to just use my strips and nothing else, and use my nail strengthener and hope that my nails grow back longer and healthier. So, because I had such damaged nails when I first started using ColorStreet, and then using it, I got them to be very healthy. They were growing. I naturally have very like soft nails. Like they're always like, even if they're growing out, they're going to be like bendy and stuff. I never had like really nice hard nails, but I can grow them out, you know, a little bit. And I like my nails short anyways. I don't like really long nails. So, the natural length that I can get to with my natural nail, I'm happy with. You know, I can usually get a little bit longer than this. I usually don't want to go over my fingertip. Like, I want you to just barely be able to see my nail from the back side. I don't want it to be too far above the fingertip. If it is, then it feels, I don't know. Even with the fake nails on, it drives me nuts when they get too long. So I prefer short nails. I work in a job that requires me to be at the computer for long hours typing. And so it can be really hard sometimes to type with long nails, and then it makes my work take longer, which I hate. I'm usually pretty speedy. So when it starts slowing me down, I get so annoyed, and then I have to cut them down. So I'm never going to grow like super long nails. I sometimes wish I could be one of those people, because I see the long nails and think, oh, your nails look so pretty. But it's not ever going to happen. So, but I would like them to be a little bit longer. So we are back to trying to do that with our ColorStreet here. So yeah, long, rambling craziness there to tell you that I've used everything else, and I still find ColorStreet to be the best. There are other things that I do like using. I feel like they work well. I like Dashing Diva. I like they have UV gel polish sets that I really like to use. So I do use those in addition to my ColorStreet ones. I like their regular nail strips too, but they do not last as long for me as ColorStreet does. But again, I don't leave my nails long. As soon as I'm done with them, I'm thinking about what's the next thing going to be. So I really don't leave my manicure long enough that it matters. So I use Dashing Diva pretty consistently, as well as ColorStreet. I am always open to trying stuff so that you guys can see how it works before maybe buying it yourself. So if there's any products out there that you would like to see, you know, see someone use so you can see how they work, let me know. I'll try it out. But ColorStreet's always going to be my fave, regardless of all the other stuff I try. So once you're done with your strips, I typically am going to pull my strips out and pick out what I need and put these away right away. But lately, for some reason, I haven't been. I've just been like leaving them out until I'm done. And then what I do is I seal them up in the sleeve that they came in. Because air is going to make them set up. So if you leave them out, you're not going to be able to use them again. ColorStreet does give a disclaimer that this is a one-time use product. So if you reseal it, there is no guarantee that your strips are going to be good. I have had experience both ways. Sometimes they're totally fine when I've sealed them up, and sometimes I open them up the next time and they're dried out. So it's kind of if you think about it this way, that you're buying the set and you're planning that it's going to be a one-time manicure, great. And if it lasts for you a little bit longer, then yay, it lasted and you were able to use it again. And if it doesn't, well, you were only planning on using it once anyways, right? I have an entire drawer full of sealed up strips that I haven't used. So I tend to not do a set a second time, but, you know, I still save them just in case. It's not hot enough yet to seal it for me, so I'm going to put it over there for now. We'll come back to it. All right, now we're going to put on an overlay. So this is another thing that I think helps your strips to last, is doing a double layer. So whether that means putting an overlay on top of a strip, or using, like, Tokyo Lights is good for putting over other colors, because you saw how sheer it was. You can put it over other colors and change the color by having this over it. Or you can do a double layer of the same strip and just put it on as a double layer. But I have found that doing the double layer helps the manicure to last longer as well. Get less chipping and whatnot at the edges. And so, all right, I'm excited to see how this is gonna look. I hope it looks as good as I think it's going to. Okay. All right, let's see if I'm gonna be disappointed or happy. Shoot. Don't like the way I placed that. All right, at least I was able to get it up. You're not always able to take it back off after putting it down, so just be aware that doesn't always work out well. I can't get this in the spot where I want. There we go. Okay. I'm underwhelmed. Oh, I was so excited. It actually looks kind of cool though, but just not as cool as I was hoping, I guess. Overlays sometimes are hard to tell what they're going to look like once they're on. You can't put them over super dark colors because what's going to happen is you lose the pattern to the overlay. If it's a colored overlay, trying to put it on a color that's similar to any of the colors in the overlay, you're going to lose the things that are that color. So overlays can be tricky, but they also can be amazeballs and make your manicure look so good. And all you did was put a little strip of polish on your nail. You didn't have to do all this crazy design work or anything. It just put down a strip. That's it. So I don't know why these are giving me so much trouble, but I'm not happy with them for that. All right. We'll see. Sometimes the pinkies are not super fabulous because it's small. It's a small area to put something on, right? But the other fingers it'll look better. You'll see more of the design, and so we can't judge a mani by the pinkies because the pinkies are not always as good as the other nails. Also, wait until the next day. Let them fully cure before you decide whether or not you like something, because sometimes once it cures up, it actually looks better. Sometimes it doesn't, but you know, it can look better the next day. So I try not to judge a mani right away. Let's see if this is hot enough yet to seal this for me. Yep, there we go. So that's what I use a little hair straightener to seal my packets. It's worked really good. I've used other things that have worked well, but they're more expensive, and the flat iron is the cheapest way for me anyways to reseal my strips. I bought expensive sealing things and it just doesn't always work. So, all right. I already feel like this one looks better to me than the pinky strip did. But let's see here. Okay, yeah, because see, we got a little bit more of the darker color on this finger. So we're going to have more of that design there. Oh, that looks cool. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I don't know how well you can see it, but it looks really cool, like a firework. I think I would actually like the dark bits to be a bit darker, and it would give more contrast to the light bits, but I think it still looks good. So, but if that dark bit was darker, you would see so much more contrast to it. You would be able to see the pattern better, but I think it's still good. This one, I think because my nail's shorter, I got less of that overlay. It's fine. I'm most likely not wearing these for more than a day or two, because I do want to do more than one New Year's mani, so. So I definitely like this one. This one looks cool and kind of how I was anticipating it look. This one, not as much. And it's most likely because the snail's shorter, but I'll show you how we can fix that with the next one. Because a lot of times, and it looks like with this one I think as well, what they do is that the design, the like length of it is different on either end. So it's actually shorter on this end than this end. You can kind of see it if you're looking very closely. The little like shoots of light color that are coming up are longer on this side than they are on this side. They do the same thing with like the glitter dip ones. The two sides are different. So sometimes you end up with a different look, or you have to modify it a little bit. So I'll show you what we can do to make that work better on the other one. All right. So we're going to use our short side first here. I mean, it looks cool, but it's just not as good as I wanted it to. I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to do a slightly darker color, but it's okay. It's fine. It's just nails. All right. So what I do when I have like the glitter overlays that I want to have more of the glitter on my finger rather than less, you can cut off some of the bottom so that way you can move up your design onto the finger more. So you take off some of the part that's clear and not really doing anything, and then you get your design more on your finger. That makes sense? I don't know. So you can alter them pretty easy to fit what you want them to do. Yeah, it's a little better, but I wish I wasn't as disappointed by this. We'll see though. Once there's top coat and it has set up, I might have a different opinion of it. We'll see when I take the nail face. I'll let you know if I like it better the next day or not. But and then, so when I cut, because I cut that kind of square, now I've got some edges I have to cut off around the bottom here. There we go. All right, versus on this side, I've just got to get the stuff around the top. And you may want to leave a little bit so that it can wrap around the tip of your finger, because, or not the tip of your finger, the tip of your nail. Because you do sometimes get shrinkage as they cure, and then you can end up with, like, at the tip you don't have any strip there because it shrunk down. So I tend to just nip it bow right at the edge of my nail, but okay. I don't know if I'm, again, not super happy with it, but it's fine. Maybe I'll put some nail tape or some decals on here to make it a little more, I like my stuff kind of jazzy, you know? I want all sorts of stuff going on with it. So maybe I'll put some other stuff on here to make it a little bit more but I don't know. We'll see. That one actually looks really cool. The way the pattern's sitting on it, I like it. Okay. And we're gonna cut some off the bottom of this one. It's almost actually like a different pattern on the other side. I feel like. Like the disbursement of the lines versus the like kind of gray or blackish area is different on either end, I feel like. So my fingers are not looking the same. So if you have, then a lot of the designs can be that way. So if you have an issue with that, only use one side of the strip. I use both sides, but lots of people only use one side of their strips. So I have short enough nails that I can do that. Some people with longer nails, they can't use both sides, but I don't know why I always feel like I'm being wasteful if I use one side. But then again, like I said, I put my leftovers in a drawer and I very rarely pull them out. So I don't know. This one, we actually got a lot of the darker color on it. Sometimes it is hard to do cleanup on camera because of the angles that I have to put my hands at to get to it, and still be on camera is not easy. End up doing some like twisty poses here, trying to get to the spot there. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see though. Tomorrow it might look better. All right. I could probably use a little, well, no, let's just use the big thumb. The littler thumb, sometimes I can use, and because one end is bigger than the other, but I usually end up using both little thumbs because only the one end is bigger and that one fits my thumb better. But the big thumbs are too big for my finger, but I would rather have it be too big and cut some off than have the nail not completely covered. Okay, the thumbnail looks kind of cool. And it usually does because we've got more real estate on the thumb, right? And got a lot more space to use. That typically tends to be the finger I do artwork on and stuff because it's just more space to do it. So, hate edge cleanup. It drives me batty. Oh my goodness. My child's in the other room playing his tablet, and it's driving me a little crazy, all the noises his game is making. They always make like weird noises, you know? I mean, it's definitely a cool design. It's just, I guess maybe my problem is it's not as bold as I was expecting it to be. And I don't know if I did it with a darker color, would it really show? I don't know. I don't think so, but this is irritating me, and I can see the black up on my cuticle here. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm glad that I did this one first, because I don't think I'm gonna want to leave this one on for days. It's cute. It's just like not a favorite, I guess. I think I honestly liked the Tokyo lights better without the overlay, but there it is. It's not that bad. It's just, I don't know. It's different from what I was anticipating, I guess. So there we go. This is New Year's Manny #1. All right. I will see you guys on the next one. Love you. Bye.